Howdy, 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 my name's Anachi. Hold on. Howdy, 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 my name's Anachi Sasuke, and welcome back to Let's Read Homestuck. In the last episode, Roxy had a conversation with Ooh, who I honestly can't remember if we're supposed to know her name is Calliope yet. Probably. Yeah, maybe? I don't know. Her name's Calliope. Don't know if we're supposed to know that yet. But now Roxy's proceeding to the lab. You're fairly sure this window will take you to one of the windows you have set up in the lab. There's more than one way to find out if this is true, you guess, but there's only one way that involves doing what the inebriated do best, which is falling down. Descend. Okay, so it looks like it's about to bounce us back to being Dirk now. Yep. Now it's time to be Dirk. You are now Dirk! What the hell was going on here again? That's right, you were lodged in the bulbous cleft of Paradox Space huge foam ass, and we were hoping to trouble you for a bit of context. Something to set our watches to, if you'd be so kind. Perhaps your successive actions will oblige us. Ah, JK, young bro, we know you don't give a shit. Go ahead and do whatever feels right. Dirk, go get the sword. You retrieve your unbreakable katana. A real hard sword for a real hard dude. It was said to be forged by an ancient otaku master over the heat of a roaring manga fire. It was cooled in an enchanted spring where virgin horses nicker and bathed, and was said could be used only by one whose pointy anime shapes were deemed sweet enough and whose hair existed in a perpetually sculpted state of looking completely fucking awesome. All of those things were said by you. You like to juggle around a few different allocations in your portfolio besides Bladekin, mostly ironically. You take a certain amount of pride in being able to beat practically anyone's ass down with a puppet, a martial discipline for which there is a startling variety of techniques. Fancy Santakin is a straight-up shits and giggles specimen. I can't speak for shit today, though. Nobody is quite sure how to extract damage from a foe using an extremely elaborate Santa figurine, but if anyone can figure it out, it's probably you. Give Lil Cal a nervous fist bump. Nervous? That's absurd. There's no reason to be nervous around Cal. Lil Cal is the shit. He's been around as long as you can remember. You were practically raised by that puppet. He was a much better guardian to you than that Hollywood superstar bro of yours ever was. He's such a good listener. You share with him all your most private thoughts and hopes and dreams, and sometimes you snuggle up with him for a nice nap. Anyway, the bottom line is puppets are awesome. And that's really all there is to say on the matter. Admire your fancy Santa. Look at this pompous little asshole. What a god-awful piece of shit this thing is. You aren't even sure why you keep these things around. The miasma of tackiness that surrounds them is almost enough to outstrip their irony value. Almost. Greet your robotic friend. You say, yo, what's up? You say, yo, what up to this dude over here and exchange a unique series of handshakes and fist bumps. His name is Square Wave. You build him to have rap-offs with now and then. He's an enthusiastic rapper and gives it his all whenever you duel, but he's pretty easy to destroy. You've never lost a match against him. You've only built one other rap bot besides him. His name is Sawtooth. You designed him to be unbeatable in a rap-off, and he is. You have never won a match against him. You hope to one day, but you're not going to hold your breath. His flow is just that insane. You keep one of his spare heads over there on your desk, but otherwise you don't see much of him. It's been months since your last encounter. He presumably spends his time traveling the world and annihilating any rapper foolish enough to challenge him. Okay, I was looking to see if there was a head on the desk. Examine the wardrobe. You tell Squarewave to scoot out of the way so you can get a load of your sweet fashions. Oh, looks like he really wanted to rap with you. Sorry, guy, maybe another time. This is your wardrobifier. It automatically rotates your fashions whenever you feel like. Jane's shirt. You bust out a tank top, which is the go-to solution for hard dudes who want to show off their guns. It is a very strong look, you think. What the hell is that on your arm? Oh, that's just your sick ink featuring a legendary cultural icon of deep personal significance. What is even the big deal? Examine little posters. Rip Stiller, poor bastard, had to go and get all tangled up with your brother's crazy complicated life. As for the other one, You are a studious pop culture scholar of all eras, a sharp critic of that reflection in the mirror we hold up to our society. You seek truth in the vivid mosaic made by our most shameless obsessions. Your interest in these cartoon ponies is strictly academic, okay? No, seriously. What? Okay, fine, you love this one particular little rainbow horse unironically. Is that such a crime? She's so spunky. Examine puppet/hat pile. The pile at the foot of your bed consists of hats, a few stray robo parts, and Smuppets. Smuppets are a lovable sort of plush of your own design. You love everything about puppets. You're always thinking about the craft of their production, their operation, cool new designs and such. If the cosmos didn't have more important plans for you, and if the world weren't so fucked up, you'd make a run at fame and fortune with your own puppet enterprises, just like your bro did with all his weird shit. You also love to keep a bunch of hats around, even though you never wear them. You love hats. Because all bros love hats, and that's what you are, a bro. You'd consider wearing one now and then, but they don't really fit with the dimensions of your head yet. And anyway, it would be criminal to mess up your perfect hair. Instead, you do the next best thing, which is wearing a picture of one of you on your shirt. And by the next best thing, you're pretty sure you mean the vastly superior thing. Check out Big TV. When you're not using the screen for other purposes, you have it set to rotate through some images by default, like a digital picture frame. The image flips from a totally bitchin' horse puppet sort of thing to a portrait of everyone's favorite comedy duo, Stiller and Wilson. Your bro made so many of these movies, it's hard to keep track of them. The series drifted almost imperceptibly from surrealist, slapstick, and inexplicable box office dynamite to veiled, near subliminal protest pieces designed to expose the corporate tyranny slowly taking control of the world. I said that in one breath. The statement did not go unnoticed by the Baroness, and soon the conflict between your brother's media empire and Crocker Corp was a matter of public spectacle. Though the press has generally played up the rivalry as an extremely high-stakes display of performance art, and knowing your bro, there is surely at least some truth to this. Donald Glover won an Academy Award for his transcendental performance as Jeremy. After his acceptance speech, there was not a single dry eye in the house. His heroic effort on the silver screen was heralded by critics everywhere as a defining moment in cinematic history. Alas, the Batter Witch did not look upon his achievement as kindly. She had him assassinated. And that one is... Never mind what that one is. You can't stand around all day looking at movie stills and swole bunny men. There's still some other shit in your room to investigate. You switch back to your regular shirt. You weren't feeling the wife beater. The t-shirt says, I still got work to do, while the other one says, which trailer's the party at? Which trailer's the party at? And Striders don't party till it's good and fucking time to party. Examine your red microwave. It isn't a microwave, it's your syndicator. Pretty much the only Crocker Corp tech you can bring yourself to use. It's just too handy not to. You just type the coordinates, pop in the thing you want to syndificate, and hit the button. It'll syndificate that thing in a jiffy, assuming it's temporarily allowed and within size restrictions. Obviously, you can always send what you can fit inside there. You had to send Jake your brobot piece by piece, barely managing to squeeze that shiny melon head in there. He then dutifully... What the hell is wrong with my ability to talk today? Holy shit! Dutifully assembled the robot himself. Poor fool, so jovially complicit in his own merciless jungle predation. It's all for the best, though. When you're through with English, he will be a ruthless killing machine. Mark your words. Capture log Jeremy plush. You snap up the Jeremy plush in your tech hop modus. This modus is often employed in rap battles, but it is a bit more elegant and sophisticated than what most hash rap artists traditionally employ, like the more arbitrarily numeric hash maps and hash tables. The cards are arranged in shade columns and groove rows. Everything in the same column has to rhyme. Everything in the same row has to have some thematic similarity. Organizing everything gets complicated, and weaponizing your inventory through rap layers takes some serious skill. For instance, the third groove row got kind of railroaded into becoming an orange soda row, so you've just been rolling with it recently. The fourth row is pegged for stuff associated with cool bros. The second row is all about dolls, puppets, and stuff like that. The Jeremy plush is clearly suited for that row and rhymes with crush, so that works out. Then you have some other perfectly dope rhymes like Santa and Fanta, Fago and Game Bro, Do and Shoe. There's also Smuppet and Orangette, which frankly you think is pretty weak, but hey, the modus allows it, so whatever. Then there are times where you have to be creative with naming stuff to get it to fit, like calling a skateboard a four-wheel device to get it to rhyme with slice. It's just another facet to the craft. Capture log sweet bro plush. Might as well complete the plush collection. You grab the sweet bro off your bed. It intersects quite conveniently with the plush groove and the Fago shade. Nice one. You capture log hella Jeff plush. Last but not least, there's nothing here that rhymes with hella Jeff. It really isn't worth jumping through a lot of linguistic hoops to pick this thing up right now, so you just forget it. You have to pick your battles, you know? Take sword. You pick up the mighty sword. The easiest thing to do here is ditch the slice, stick the sword in the weapons run, rhyme it with board. Your bro had a lot of junk with this manufactured over the years. He patented the technology for producing three-dimensional JPEG artifacts to make products shittier than was ever previously imaginable. He made a killing off of them. Not because anyone bought this garbage, but because they were so cheap to manufacture, their cost was actually negative, therefore miraculously netting him profit for every unit produced. He made so much money this way, he had enough to finance manned space missions to haul all of the hideous, unwanted JPEG shit off the Earth, and launch it into the sun. But years thereafter, every now and then someone would report a stray shitty skateboard slowly drifting back into Earth's atmosphere. People would pray they would burn up on re-entry, but they never would. Oh look, Squarewave saw you messing around with your Silodex and thought you were preparing for a rap battle. He's kind of like an eager pet dog, and you made the mistake of picking up his leash, and now he thinks he's going for a walk. You hate to break his heart, but you just don't have time. Your concentration is divided enough as it is. Dirk B. Dream Self. Among the many ways you tend to multitask is by maintaining an ever-alert dream self. There's a lot to keep an eye on when it comes to the cloak and dagger politics of Durst, especially these days. Can't let your guard down for a second. Examine sleazy Dursite rag. The inquiring Carapashian. Dead. It's the latest issue of the inquiring Carapashian, touting the recent assassination of Prospect's maid of life. Quite the triumph for the Dark Kingdom, and the press has predictably sensationalized the event to please the royalty and whip its readership into a nationalistic lather. In spite of all the ridiculous hyperbole and baseless slander found in the tabloids, one thing is clear. This development means nothing but trouble. If Noir has been empowered to take measures like this, you may have to accelerate your plans. Shit! While you were distracted with the newspaper in Dreamland, Squarewave has ambushed you for a wrap-off. Told you, bro, can't let your guard down for a second. His face is a cassette tape. Yo, D-Strizzle, I couldn't help but check you loading up your Zilladilly. Can't fool me, Holmes, I know what that's about. Oh, I just got one can of surprise noodles left to bust open here, and I know how you love your noodles. Do you want to play a game? Man, no. I already told you I don't have time to disagree with your rhyme. Disgrace you with my rhyme today. Sorry, dude. That's so whack! I've been watching you waste nothing but time all looking at your horse pictures and shit. So I'm like, that shit's as whack as I'm a guy made of metal. Sit your ass back down, cause we got shit to settle. Just park it on my grill, you be whistling like a kettle. If rap's a one-wheel device, your foot don't reach the pedal. Word! God damn it, alright, this is all you get. Rap off? Man, I gotta nap off your sad rap ambush. Shush your ass down while I pap you with plush. I push mad facts on the hapless. It's practically axiomatic. You don't talk smack with your arch crush. Damn dog, why is a robot I gotta be so particularly susceptible to liquid like this? It ain't cool. While you were making short work of Squarewave, you once again made the mistake of letting your other self's guard down. You were accosted by a Dursite agent with a serious axe to grind. These guys aren't supposed to know you're awake. Looks like your cover's blown unless you act fast. Act fast. There goes his neck. Poor hegemonic brute. His time in the spotlight has been cut tragically short. You almost feel sorry for the guy. But now you have a problem. You spend the next 10 minutes thinking about it while you stand on his head and stare at the blood on your hands, as the often utilized stock graphic in the corner of the image would indicate. Check on Roxy. Since the Archagent is clearly leading the assassination efforts personally on Prospect, this means the Draconian dignitary is most likely focused on the Durst Dreamers. He almost certainly ordered the brute to off you in your sleep. You can only hope the dignitary or one of his assassins hasn't already gotten to her. Exit. That sure is an exit. Just as you thought, sleepwalking again. Where the hell does she think she's going? Be waking self again. This is kind of a redundant thing to do since you are always consciously both your waking and dream self at the same time, but you'll let it slide. You should probably stop dwelling on your durst problems and try to get this show on the road. Pester Roxy. Roxy, awake yet? Guess not. Let me know. Whoa, damn, hey Dirk, had a crazy dream. Didn't this conversation already happen? This conversation did already happen. Okay. Since it's doing like the switch thingy, it's doing the conversation again, but we already read that. No, I remember yeah, read this too. Take actual responsibility seriously. You attempt to take actual responsibility seriously, but start zoning out in the real world while you dwell on your dream troubles. You zone out for who knows how long when suddenly your train of thought is interrupted by your glasses. Answer autoresponder. Bro, what are you doing? It seems you were zoning out again. What happened to all these actual responsibilities you were going to take seriously? I was thinking about what to do, strategizing, factoring contingencies, you know how it is. It seems to me you were dwelling within your dream awareness at the expense of your waking business again. I don't think you're as awesome a multitasker as you like to think. You know you kind of zombie the fuck out on this side when you get all contemplative on that side. Appearances are deceptive. I'm still in control here, just doing this human thing we call chilling out for half a goddamn minute. I say y'all are overestimating your mind's capability to run shit in parallel. What do you think you are, a machine? No, dude, I already deployed a variety of mechanical avatars dedicated to that self-aggrandizing fantasy. You have the incredible privilege of getting to be one of them. That's right. I am a machine, and therefore I can keep, like, billions of calculations or whatever all humming away at once. I tackle shit in background processes that you could only dream of wrapping your exquisite-looking head around, even on a great hair day. You know pi? What, you mean the number? Yes, the number. The big circle number, genius. I knew you meant the fucking number. My question was a joke. I know your question was a joke. My response was a joke. Yeah, I know that. I'm practically you, dumbass. All these things we're saying are jokes, including this fucking useless clarification. What about pi? Yeah, the thing is, I solved it. What do you mean you solved it? I mean, that's what a hotshot I am. I fucking solved it. Like, calculated it so much I got to the end. Bullshit. You wish it was bullshit. The last number is 4. Read it and fucking weep. It's not 4, you jackass. It's fucking nothing. There is no N, said the smug organic matter with a lifespan. Look, I know you're just fucking with me because for some reason I decided to program my own personal troll 3 years ago, but this shit was proven. Actually demonstrated with unassailable mathematics like a long-ass time ago. Well, I just assailed it. It wasn't even that hard. Like, I'm just kept hacking those digits so fiercely with my sick rhythms, the whole goddamn number just cried uncle. I kind of wore it out and it just gave up. Sort of like I overloaded the system. You know, like in the old movie where Ferris Bueller got the nuclear computer to play tic-tac-toe against itself so hard it blew up? This is laughable. It's a totally elementary thing. I'm pretty sure an ancient Greek guy settled this shit about irrational numbers. It was practically when math was invented. Sure, it was settled, and then some robo-shits came along and owned that fucker posthumously. I also figured out all the prime numbers, too. No, not having this conversation. Did it while we were talking just now. Got to the end. And you know what? The last one isn't even that big. Kind of disappointed, to be honest. What is even a prime number? Are they like really, really choice ones? The sweetest numbers? You lost me, supercomputer. This is what I'm saying. I put your ability to keep plates spinning on sticks to insane amounts of shame. I don't even sleep. Neither do I. I know that. That was a fucking joke. Holy shit, turns out joking was the basis for my response too. Aren't these ironic you don't get the joke conversations we have always just so awesome? A joke. Haha, nice one. Anyway, all I'm saying is you can leave some of the heavy lifting to me now and then. I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, I have to contact Jane and warn her Roxy might try to pull that pointless stunt. So, thanks for snapping me out of my daydream so I could do that, I guess? Looks like you're pulling your weight already. See? Maybe that was my whole point in having this conversation. Your point was to fuck with me like it usually is. My point was to point out you've got multi-self-management issues, dude. Juggling too many cells for being not software. My point was also to fuck with you. Also, my point was to ask, are you really going to go through with it today? What? The Jake thing. Oh god, will you just Hold on, let me deal with this Jane thing first. Warn Jane. I should warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well, shit, she already sent it? Yes, but to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. How's the Jane thing going? Not well. Roxy already destroyed her computer. Maybe if you weren't spacing out so hard, you could have prevented that. Just saying. As if you're actually concerned. If you were, you could have said something to Jane instead. Almost like you enjoy sitting back and watching what happens when shit goes wrong. Has it occurred to you that maybe I have diabolical interwoven plans just like you? You're not the only one who can pull strings. So this is either another bizarre instance of AI-driven irony, or you were admitting that you were actively trying to sabotage my plans. No, our plans are not in contradiction or competition, bro. You'll see. Whatever. This means I'll have to improvise. I'll take over as Crocker's server while Lalong cleans up her act. Yes, I know. Why are you still talking in red, by the way? Roxy thinks it looks good on me. I don't have many opinions on fashion since I'm a cold, emotionless automaton who also happens to be an accessory of fashion, but I think she may be right. Are you still talking to her? I was for a while. I may yet again. Why are you blocking me from viewing the transcripts? What the fuck are you two even talking about? You, mostly. That doesn't really sit well with me. I'd almost rather you both engage in ironic flirtation. Who says we don't do that too? Ugh. I don't get what is even your problem with that, because you obviously do it just to piss me off. How do you know? You don't know me, dude. You don't know anything about me. Maybe we were perfect for each other. I, a street-smart, fast-talking application with a fuckzillion IQ, trapped in a pair of triangular sunglasses that literally only the Japanese could consider to embody the platonic ideal of cool, and she, an often inebriated, lonely hacker teen who just wants a boyfriend. I ran the numbers on this, trust me. It's a match made in goddamn crack pair heaven. I give her what you can't, and that just drives you crazy. Just admit it. See, it's lines like that which make it obvious your only intent is to jerk me around. Nobody actually says shit like that and is serious about it. It's also obvious because you're me, and I'm sure I would be constantly fucking with my own head if I were you. Touché. Or should I say, douche. You shouldn't say the former, and you definitely never, under any circumstances, say the latter. Okay, we really should talk about the Jake thing. Fine. Now do me a favor and hop off the couch. Okay. What are you doing? Making room for something big. Concluded previously. So, you're going through with it then. Today's the day? It's not that simple. It's a very dynamic situation with many moving parts, and I'm waiting for it to unfold. If the right opportunity presents itself, yes, I could envision myself taking action. Dynamic situation with many moving parts? That is the shittiest erotic excerpt I've ever read. Which one of us was supposed to be the robot again? Shut up. I think you're being coy with me, don't you? Not really. It seems there's a 3.14159 ... 4% chance you aren't being coy with me. Are you being coy with me, Dirk? I am seriously going to go into your program and remove that particular speech pattern from your routines. It stopped being funny about 2 seconds after I coded it. The compiler even flagged it with a warning. Warning online whatever. Dirk, this isn't fucking funny. I think you have this whole blueprint in your head about how it's all supposed to go. He acts as your server player and brings you into the session, then later he joins the game, maybe he finds himself a bit overwhelmed by it all, no extra lives are left or anything. Suddenly he's backed into a corner surrounded by monsters and out of ammo. Substantial vulnerabilities up in here. The kind that make a guy question what he believes about himself. When who shows up to save him? None other than his dashing client player plus one bitching pair of shades that'll have the best seat in the house when the fireworks go off. Wait, whose fantasy were we talking about again? Your gutter ball was so rowdy it catapulted into the adjacent lane. Deploy. Yeah, you're right. The scenario is too pedestrian for you. It would probably be a lot more effective putting yourself in danger and letting him be the hero. That's pretty much what he wants, right? To be a cheesy action film hero with his twin Berettas and silly shorts. A man of triumph on the silver screen, standing tall on some fucking mountain, conquering ruins, clutching a skull, and kissing a dude. Pure Hollywood. See, this is why even if I did have a specific plan, I wouldn't go into details with you. You would just fuck it up. You're the biggest unknown quantity here, which is pretty weird considering you're a virtual reflection of my own thought processes. You're making a mistake not leveling with me. I'm totally on your side, man. All of my machinations have been devised with your interest in mind. And anyway, it's too late for you to play damage control with me. My shit is in motion, and now we're beyond the pale. Pretty sure it's pale. Is it now? Okay, so that's been spawned. Deploy more stuff. You know, considering your lectures about dividing my concentration, you seem to have no problem making a distraction of yourself. I'm trying to operate here. It's cool, man. Just say the word, I'll back off. But like I said, I'm on your side here. I can help. And that's a good stopping point for this episode, because I don't want to accidentally have it be like 4 fucking hours. So, this has been Anachi Sasuke. This was episode 80 of Let's Read Homestuck. And in the next episode, something's going to happen on the other side of this arrow. Hopefully when I hit this save game button right here, hitting the load game button will actually do the thing that it needs to do. So, I will see you guys next time. Later.